Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into decorating, maybe consider subscribing to join our little AC family. In today's video, we will be decorating our brand new island entrance, which is this Enchanted Fairy Forest theme. But before we start decorating, I wanted to show you guys my island map. All of my villagers were auto-filled except for Tutu. I did get a green airport and you don't want to know how many times I restarted my Switch just so that I can get the green airport. This is going to be a very long video because it is my entrance, so let's not waste any more time and get right into the video. I will be decorating from my resident services all the way to my airport. My airport and resident services are super far from each other. I do like it because I have more space to decorate. I did take some time to get my new island ready. I forgot how long the initial process is to get a 3-star island rating before you can unlock the island designer app. I was time traveling like crazy, and then on top of that, it took me a very long time to trade with myself. If you didn't know, I have 2 switches and one of them is my main switch, which I have almost everything cataloged, so if I ever need anything I could just go to that switch and just trade with myself. But I spent a whole week trying to organize this island from restarting my island up until this point. I see why some people just flatten their island instead of restarting because it is a lot, but it takes so long to do that, so I just needed some time to set up my island. And then after I set up my island, I was trying to figure out how I wanted to create my entrance so that I can pick the right island map. And when I tell you, I picked so many good maps, but I kept getting all of the airport colors except for the one that I wanted, which was green. And I wanted green because it will go so well with the theme that I'm going for, and the colors that I'm using are pink, green, white, and some sprinkles of gold. I was highly upset because one of my starting villagers on one of the islands that I picked was Scoot, and I really wanted Scoot for this island. I was so hesitant on restarting it, but I did anyway because the airport color was yellow. And no hate to yellow, but I am not the biggest fan of the color yellow. And I also thought that I could just get Scoot during a villager hunt, hopefully, because those villager hunts are brutal. Well, that took me an embarrassingly long time. And then I was trying to figure out how I wanted to decorate this entrance. Whenever I start an island, for me, I feel like the easiest way to start decorating is to decorate from the airport up until the resident services, and then from there I can start decorating around it. I've done that for almost all of my islands, and I feel like it is the easiest way to decorate instead of trying to decorate from the back up until the resident services. I feel like when I did that, I had to destroy certain areas because it wasn't fitting right. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And I was also on Pinterest trying to find codes that I haven't used before. I did re-download the magic stone path just because I couldn't find a better stone path to use for this island, and I really love that path. But the main one that I will be using for this island is the Fairy Spring Core path. So I will be listing all of the codes that I use in this video in the description below. For this entrance, I wanted it to give off an enchanted forest feel, and I went back to the cherry blossom season and I forgot how much I love the cherry blossom season. It literally makes this whole build look so whimsical and super fairy core. And for this island, I did want to incorporate a lot of the castle items. I feel like with the castle items, it does make the island feel more like you're in a fairy tale. And I was going back and forth on which color I was going to use, if it was going to be like the beige color or the pink. I settled for the beige color just because I have a lot of pink going on and I feel like the beige will balance all of the colors out. And I also will be using a lot of the ruined DIY furniture. I feel like those really add to the fairy tale theme. This is probably the biggest entrance that I've ever created for an island before, so a lot of what I'm creating, you can actually take pieces of it and use different parts of it for your island. This entrance is probably going to end up being like a 2-part video just because the part that I really wanted to get into, it's a whole other section, and I'm probably not going to finish all of it in this video, but I'll probably continue it on to the next video where I will complete the surrounding parts of the resident services. Just like in my last entrance video, I will be creating 2 staircases where they will lead you to the upper section, and then I will be adding a bridge that will lead you to the resident services. I really wanted to add a water fountain here, but when I originally planned this area out, I wasn't going to put a staircase here. I just wanted to add the castle items and the water fountain in the front, but I felt like that was going to be a wasted space, so I decided to just create a space where I'll add a staircase and then surround it with the castle items so that there's another way for you to get up to the 2nd level. And I really love that idea, and you guys are going to see how everything just connects. I also had an idea of adding a rock garden trail path around the water fountain, but the one that I originally downloaded was a bit too dark dark for this season. And then I downloaded a different one that I found that had heart-shaped stones instead of the other darker stones, and the color was a bit off for this season. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to re-download the magic stone path, because if I find something better I can just replace it, because I spent so many hours trying to find a stone path that had leaves on them but that was also similar to the magic path. I said the magic path it is. Playing around with the design codes is my favorite part because I love finding new design codes, and I don't know if this happens to you guys as well, but when I'm working on a specific theme and I'm looking for design codes for that theme, I end up finding design codes that fit a different theme. So when that happens to me, I just save all of the codes into a folder so I can go back and download it for later, which is what I ended up doing for this island. But I'm very excited to finally start this theme. I've been wanting to do this fairy forest type of theme for a long time. It was between my last theme, which was fairy tropical core, and this one, and a lot of you guys chose the tropical fairy core, which is still one of my favorite island themes. I'm not sure what I will do after this island. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up creating like a pastel kid core island. I've always wanted to do a kid core island, but I just love the fairy core theme so much. Who knows, I might do a hybrid which will be a fairy kid core island. That would be insane though, but that's for future Luna to figure out. Right now I have to work on this brand new island. As you can see, my villagers love getting in my way, which I have a mini story to tell you guys after this, but I need to figure out which villagers I'm going to have on my island. I'm definitely going to get Marshall and Scoot, so I'm missing about 7 more. Oh, and I definitely want to get Peanut and Marina. I have Murphy on my other island. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Lyman and Henry are so freaking cute. I might get them on my island, but I don't know. If you have any suggestions on pink, green, or white villagers, let me know in the comments. So a quick little story that literally happened while I was decorating. Usually when I'm decorating, I lay all of my items out on the other side or super far away from where I'm building, so that whatever items I need, I just go over there and grab them and then come back. Tell me how I went and started grabbing all of the items that I needed, and then there's one that I really needed, which was the iron bench. I went to go grab it and Frank looked at me and sat right on it. I was looking at him like, you know I needed that item, right? Because you saw me start grabbing all the other items and you couldn't just sit on the floor. And the best part is he sat there for so long. I kept going back to see if he was gone, and no, he was just sitting there. And then he finally decided to move, and when I time traveled to get the staircase built, he had a thought bubble, and when I went to talk to him, he was like he wanted to move. And you know what I did? I said bye. You know how you usually say bye to your villagers when they're in boxes? I didn't even say bye. I time traveled a couple of days and he was gone. So I have a new person coming in. I don't even know who it is, but we shall see. For the next video, I'm thinking of creating another bridge and have it connect down to maybe a villager home or my shopping district. I also have an idea for the secret beach and the museum, so I can't wait to get to that point so that I can show you guys all of the ideas that I have in my head, because there are so many. But here I'm creating a little river that will connect to the other side, and then I'll create a diagonal bridge there. This part I was playing around with a lot because I didn't know how far I should place the bridge, but I wanted it closer to the entrance so that when you're walking through the little pathway from the airport, you can see the bridge from there. This will be the last section that I will be working on for this video. I was going to stop here at the bridge, but I had an idea that came up while I was building and I started decorating really quick. And then I was like, you know what? I'll finish this in a future video, but I wanted to at least have a base to work off of. The idea was to add 2 Valiant statues on each side of the resident services and add a ruined arch in front of it to make it look more enchanting. So you guys are going to see what I'm talking about once I get to the other side. But right now I'm just adding all of the little designs and items. I will be using a lot of glowing mosses on my island. I feel like it just makes the area look more enchanted, and I'm not sure what time I should be saving this. I might save it during the 5 a.m, the OG 5 a.m. Everything looks so nice during that time. And I also think I'm going to add another player. I didn't do it in my last island, but I feel like when you have another house, it's just so much more fun when you just come to visit because you'll have more areas to explore. Queenie has been getting on my last nerve since I've been decorating. She literally goes everywhere I go and then gets in my way. She also had a fight with, I forgot the villager's name, I think it's Jeremiah the blue frog. She's just so mean for no reason. Queenie the meanie. But anyways, we are almost done with this entire entrance. I'm just going to be decorating this section here with the Valiant statues that I was talking about earlier, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 staircases and the bridge, and then I'll show you all how the entrance looks. I didn't realize how many items are green and pink until I started doing this theme, and I just love how all of the different greens and pinks look together, and I'm super obsessed with it. Also, if any of you know of a fairy log path that has pink flowers on it, drop the design code in the comments. I've been trying to find one and I couldn't find any, and I wish I was good at pixel art because I would just make my own, but I'm not that good. I tried and epically failed, so I won't be trying that again. I'm going to be copying what I did on this side to the other side so it could be symmetrical, and then where I have the emperor butterfly is where I'm going to add the other bridge in the next video. Hopefully it looks cool. We shall see. If you don't see a bridge in the next few videos, it was because I tried and failed. I also wanted to get your opinions on some of the outfits that I have in mind for this island. I love the outfit that I have on right now, but I've just been playing around with it. This isn't my official outfit, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Someone has suggested the glowing moss dress, which is the dress that I have on right now, and I love this dress. I just don't know what shoes I should wear with it, and I also want to change up my hair. I feel like I wear the same two hairstyles. It's just in real life I always wear my hair in a bun because it's just really long and I have no patience for her, so a slick back bun is my life. But I think the game has green hair if I'm not mistaken, so what do you guys think of green hair and a pink dress, or pink hair and a green dress? I'll play around with some of your suggestions and I'll create a poll so you guys can vote on which outfit I will be wearing. So here's how the entrance looks. I love this entrance so much. I say that about every single one of my entrances, but this one is by far my favorite entrance of all time. I did add some trees on top of the cliffs because I felt like it was empty, and so I just filled it up with some random trees and items. Look at me running down the entrance, having so much fun. And here is my favorite view because you can see the little castle in the back, and then you have the staircase on the left and then the bridge on the right. Then you have the cherry blossoms just flying around. It just looks so magical. And here's a close-up of this area. Absolutely obsessed. And here's the front of the resident services. This turned out so beautiful and I can't wait to finish the rest of it. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for being so patient with me while I start this new island. I hope you guys enjoyed the new theme, and if you enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I love you all so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!